First off, I like to say all praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles that teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And hopefully by the mercy and grace of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, all those brothers and sisters, all the elders and apostles that's been teaching for years. Now, hopefully we're part of the elect. As you can see, I got yesterday's Suntime, and it says the daily COVID cases dipped below 1,000, but officials warn protesters could prompt spike. So my thing is, if you out there protesting, which if you're an Israelite, you shouldn't be protesting in the first place. You're supposed to leave all this up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He's going to redeem us. He's going to take care of this. That's not up to us to do. That's up to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to deal with this. But if you out there protesting, now all of a sudden now you could put yourself in a position where they can come to your house, they can sit up here and probably spy on your phone and see who was out there and check with this contact tracing. So now you can sit up here and you put yourself in a bad position where now they could sit up here and say that you was close to somebody who had it, and now you got to get checked. So I'm going to read part of this article. It says, Illinois Department of Public Health spokeswoman called it a moving timeline of up to 14 days to see if anyone gathered in a crowd has contracted COVID-19. They could be also asymptomatic. The department is urging all protesters to get tested whether they show symptoms or not. So all these people who've been protesting for the past 3, 4, 5 days, you hear it is, you done set yourself up. Because now they sitting up here urging you to go get tested, and also you got to think about that contact tracing device. So I'm finna sit up here and say, here's my first scripture. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So that right there lets you sit up here and know. You know about the contact tracing. You know that they got it on your phones. They can have it on your apps. They might already have it on your phone and you don't know it. So now all of a sudden they can sit up here and look on some people's phone and sit up here and say, man, they was out here this day, they was out here that day, so they might have it. And all of a sudden now you get a knock at your door or anything, or you know, and they could sit up here and say, you know what? Now you got to quarantine. Now you got to take this vaccination. Now you got to get tested. So my thing, these protesters are bad, and like I wasn't gonna make this too long. I was gonna make this sort of quick, but these protesters are not for us. And you being out there put yourself in a bad position. And the other thing I want to get on was I received a phone call today, and it was kind of a weird call. It was an automated call that said, we are calling to give you to check up on you, to see how you're doing in these times. And it's a wellness check. And the call was kind of weird, so before I can even, let it keep on playing, I hung up. But my thing is, it was an automated call saying we're giving you a wellness check to see how you're doing during these times. And before I could let it go, I sit up here and just hung up the phone and cut the phone off. Because I was, automated calls I normally cut off most of the time anyway. But I listened to this one just for maybe a couple of seconds. So here it is, I'm getting a call about a wellness check. And they want to see how I'm doing during these times. So I want to say to you, brothers, hey, look, man, you got to beware of what he got a lot of slick and dirty ways. He can sit up here and do a lot of things. So I'm going to sit up here and read this second scripture, and this is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the house of Israel. Therefore, hear a word from my mouth and get a warning from me. So the reason I sit up here and say this, even with this cold call I got, hey, I'm giving my brothers warning, man. If you sit up here and get a call, man, hang up the phone if it's an automated call, because you'll never know. You might answer some question, and all of a sudden they got you in the phone system sitting up here saying, well, I got a temperature, I'm doing this. You'll never know with Satan devices. Now, I'm not saying that this is true, and I'm not saying that it might be real. But what I am sitting up here saying, you got to be careful in all aspects of life nowadays, because you'll never know what Esau is doing. He loves to sit up here and play games and be deceptive. So you'll never know. So like I said before, like it says in 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get any advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We got to beware, even with our phones, man, and the contact that we come in when we come in contact with a lot of people. So I sit up here and warn the brothers, man, if you ain't at work, if you ain't going to the store to get essentials, or if there's really not a need for you to be out, man, I wouldn't be out and about nowadays, man, because nowadays, man, it might be more harmful to you to be out and about, especially in crowds, man, because you'll never know what E has planned with this contact tracing. So my thing is to brothers, I'm just gonna sit up here and say, man, you know, be leery of crowds, man. Stay away from them. And my thing is, if you ain't out, man, don't be out, man. The elders and apostles already told us, man, to obey, the rules of our states. So if you ain't got to be out, man, don't be out here just bullshitting around and playing around, man. Keep yourself protected. So with that being said, I like to say all praise is due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there that teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways that teach this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon, and hopefully by the mercy and grace of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All those brothers and sisters, all the elders and apostles that's been teaching for years and decades now, hopefully we're part of the elect. And with that being said, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Babal. Shalom.